I've seen all kinds of religious people. I've seen the kind that refuse to ask questions or refuse to answer when they're asked questions about God or about the doctrine or theology or anything. The ones that blindly believe and perpetuate that belief. And then there's the other kind that just follow what has been handed down to them, and they don't want to challenge it or they don't want to question it because it kind of helps them in some kind of way. I've seen a lot of people involved in business who think that being part of a community or a religious circle actually helps them in their business, or it strengthens their circle or whatever. And then there's a third kind who do not equate religion to blind faith. The kind of people who are happy to admit that, who do not have a rigid idea of God, or that who do not anthropomorphize God. The kind of people who say that there's this power that I usually feel, and in times of need or when I feel really low, this power strengthens me or it offers me some kind of comfort. So I've seen all these three kinds of people, and something that I've noticed in common in all of these people is that there is some element of fear behind their belief. It's almost like, for some people it is for the very orthodox and uh, the extreme ones. It is, if we stop believing in God, then our existence is, it's futile, or God is going to punish us, or if we refuse to believe in God, then we're going to hell. And then for the ones who have this kind of a social, who kind of relate religion to social standards, or status quo, for them there's this fear that what if everything I'm standing for crumbles. And for the third kind, the kind of people who believe in a kind of power and not like a person as such, there is this fear that what if I won't be enough in times of trouble? What if I'm not able to lean on myself, or what if humans are not able to give me a solution, or human systems are not able to give me a solution. And behind everything there is fear as the primal reason. And for me, when I started questioning the church and the Bible, I was crippled by anxiety and fear. I had this constant thing that, whatever happened, whatever went wrong in my life, I would say that, this is because I've started this, something bad has happened to me because I started questioning God, I started questioning religion, and then I would try to go back to praying and reading the Bible, but then it just wouldn't work out. And especially after my son was born, he was born with a heart condition, and I always told myself that this is happening because I wrote terrible things about the church and I published terrible things about the church. But then it took me years to break free of that fear, and what really helped me break free of that fear was sitting with myself for years and asking myself what exactly, putting on my rational hat is what really helped, because I actually sat down and started writing, what must have caused this. I didn't really have answers for why my son was born with a heart condition. I mean, nobody, the doctor said some people are born with 6 fingers, some people are born with 4. It's just what it's supposed to be. It's just what was supposed to happen. And then when I started telling myself, when things started going around, okay, this is probably the time for this to happen, this will happen, this will pass, we'll move on to the next thing. Could be happy things or sad things, but everything has its place and its time. Things will happen. I've just got to take responsibility for the things that I can control, and for the things that I can't control, like terrible sickness or accidents or some kind of sorrow or grief. If it happens, I just have to sit with it and deal with it, which was a very bitter pill for me to swallow. But once I came to terms with it, the amount of serenity and peace it brought me was immense. So I really hope whatever faith it is that you're clinging on to, you are holding on to it not out of fear, but out of genuine conviction. Because if anything is guided by fear, it ends up crippling you than saving you.